Hello everyone, welcome to Winged Horse Designs. I'm Donna Goodwin. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator located in Brookings, South Dakota. Today I have this video for you. There we go. I have this video for you showing you how to do a really fun background using plastic wrap out of your kitchen. So I'm going to switch cameras and get started. That's what I wanted to do. Okay, here's a better look at it. So we're going to use plastic wrap to create this really fun background, and then we're going to use a die to get this little wavy cut rather than a straight cut on this one. So I think you're really going to enjoy this. You'll need, I am actually using on this one, the Around the Bend bundle, and it comes with a stamp set that has these different curves, and I really liked it mainly because of the dies that come with it, because they have these curved cuts that you can use. And we're actually going to use, I'm going to use this one this morning. So I've cut it this way to get this curved line that we have, but if you wanted to cut it this way, you'd not only get that curved line, but then you get all this little detail with all these little different shaped holes in it to add even more interest to your card. And then I mainly bought it for this die because I liked the way that corner left those leaves there. You'll need very minimal cardstock. You're going to need a card base that measures 5.5 inches by 8.5 inches, scored at 4 1/4 in the middle. I'm going to give that a fold and a good crease with my bone folder and then set it aside for a moment. And then you need 2 pieces of a neutral cardstock. I'm using basic white. Both of these measure 4 inches by 5 1/4 inches. One for the inside and one for the front. You need a variety of inks. I actually chose to use 4 inks. I'm using Flirty Flamingo, Coastal Cabana, Orchid Oasis, and Starry Sky. So I'm going to set this up here, and I'm going to bring in the piece we're going to use for the front. Oops. And I'm going to bring in some scrap paper to protect my desk. And then you just need some kind of a plastic wrap out of your kitchen. It doesn't matter what brand it is. This is probably what was on sale the last time I bought some plastic wrap. You just need some small sheets of it. And since I'm using 3 colors, I'm going to tear off 3 small sheets. And then you just want to scrunch them up a bit. You don't want it real tight. And you're going to need one for each different color of ink that you're using on your background. I like to start with my lightest color first, so I'm going to start with Flirty Flamingo. And I'm going to use this like a stamp, so I'm just going to get some ink on it, and then I'm just going to randomly scrunch around it. And you can see that you just get an unusual background here. I'm actually going to do the whole thing because I'm not sure exactly where it'll cut off. And then you'll want to do the same thing on the inside. And I'm going to, I have around here a piece of cardstock I typically use for this kind of thing. But since I can't find it right now, we'll just grab a new piece. You can use washi tape, you can use Post-its, you can use whatever you like. Just something. Okay. I hope you can't hear what I'm hearing back in the other room, but I have a dog that's getting sick. I guess I'll deal with that when I get done. So I just did a little bit of random down here. I'm going to pick up my next ink color. My next darkest color is Coastal Cabana. Another piece of plastic wrap for this color. We'll set that one aside and bring this one in. Just randomly wherever you want to go. And then we'll close that one up and pick up the next color. And I'm using Orchid Oasis. And this one's a little bit more intense, so I'm just going to kind of fill in those white spaces a little bit. Maybe one in there. I'll set that piece aside and bring this piece back in. And there you have a little bit on the inside as well. And while we've just finished that piece, I want to show you what I did. This one, I actually used crunched up foil, aluminum foil, and then this one is done with plastic wrap. So you can see you get two different kinds of techniques with that. So just kind of play around with different things you have in your, it's fun to go to the kitchen and raid things. I'm going to go ahead and bring this piece back in. And with my curved outline and the little dots above it, I'm going to stamp in Starry Sky. So I'm just going in with yet another darker color. And I want to leave enough room for my sentiment down here on my card base. So I can, and I want to get as much of that curve in as I can. So I'm going to use this side over here. And so we have that little piece in there. While we have this ink pad out, let's just go ahead and stamp our sentiment. I just wanted to say thanks. And I'm going to put this down in the right corner. And you can see that darker color comes out really nice on the Coastal Cabana. Now we can put our inks away. But I just think this is a really fun way to create your own background. And we're going to go ahead and line this up. Now I don't want these little dots up on, actually on this particular card. So I'm going to line this up with my curve of the stamp. And you can see I'm just leaving a little bit of edge underneath that. If you enjoy these videos that I do, please like, comment, and share with your friends. And if you'd like to order anything you ever see me demonstrate and you don't already have a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, I'd love to be your demonstrator if you're in the United States. I'm going to bring in the big die cutting machine because this is wider than 3 1/4 inches, so it won't fit through the mini. Now normally I would want to come in at kind of an angle, but you can see here that I end up over the edges both ways. So this time I am going to come in and it fits right edge to edge here. So when we get to this, you're going to get kind of it gets kind of hard to crank because it's like it's hitting a speed bump. And you just have to crank it through a little bit harder. And now you can see I have my piece for my card, but because I inked it all the way up to the bottom, I can pull out all these little holes which I'm not going to do right now, but then I have another piece I can use on another card. So this was just a super easy card. I'm going to mount this with dimensionals. So a nice fast card, but with a different background than what you might normally use. If you would like to follow me, you can find me on my website over at Winged Horse Designs, Facebook at Winged Horse Designs, Instagram at Winged Horse Designs, and of course on YouTube. This one doesn't want to come off. There we go. I want it a little closer to the edge, so we'll just stick that one in the middle. Sometimes these dimensionals just don't want to cooperate. Please stick through to the end, and I will give you a sneak peek of what I'm going to do Monday on my live on YouTube and Facebook. That's where you get to interact with me a little bit more than you do with just making comments on this video. Okay, and I'm just going to line this up on the front like I would any other piece. Now, if you follow me, you know that I'm not really big on too many rhinestones or any type of a bling. I'm going to use my Take Your Pick tool because it's got this nice putty that makes it easy. But this time I decided to use a little bit more. And so about every third dot, I'm going to add a rhinestone on top of it. And so we have a little bit more rhinestones there, but we need something down here as well. So what? One more. Because that's 1, 2, that's 4, and I like odd numbers. So we're just going to add one more to get our odd number. And then put our inside in. And you have this really fun thank you card. We can never have enough thank you cards, but you could change this into a birthday card, change the colors and maybe turn it into a sympathy card. There's just a lot of different things you can do just by simply using things from your kitchen. Plastic wrap or aluminum foil. Give it a chance to catch up. There we go. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Please do like, comment, and share with your friends. And come back and join me on Monday for this card here. I'm going to talk about making your own background papers. So just a really fun card that you can use for anyone. It's kind of gender neutral, I guess you could say. So I hope you have a wonderful weekend, and I will see you live on Monday with the other card. Happy trails, everyone.